The Sphinx, very close to the pyramids in Giza. This is an area in close to Cairo in Egypt, and the poor guy, the Sphinx is the head of a man and the body of a lion, as we can see. But the poor guy, he doesn't have a nose. He used to have a nice, good-looking nose, and when Napoleon Bonaparte, the French leader, conquered Egypt, as a sign of dominion, he broke his nose, like I broke your nose, O you Egypt, and I conquered you. So it was a sign or a gesture of victory, and so far until today, Mr. Sphinx is without a nose because of that. Number C, supernatural. Now we're going to the supernatural subjective theory. Now they believe that Jesus was raised from the dead and appeared to his follower, but it did not still involve a physical body. The appearances were from heaven, not physical, but it was like his spirit appeared to them. Anything that is about tactile, like, come and touch me, I'm gonna eat in front of you, all of this, they consider these verses non-historical and mythical in nature. Here is some arguments for that idea. Peter Crawford claims that the women at the tomb saw visions of angels. They saw angels, and later on they saw Jesus. So he concluded that seeing Jesus was not any different from seeing the angels. Giza Vermes, in his book on the resurrection, he said that Jesus has an idea about the resurrection is like angels who do not marry and get married. And consequently, in his resurrection appearance, he was in an angelic form. Michael Goulder's view was that Jesus' resurrection was spiritual, immaterial, and embellishments came later on to fill the gaps about an empty tomb and bodily appearances. Gerd Ludman claims that all of the appearances were just visions, subjective visions. Later on, more sophisticated Christians reinterpreted the claim that Jesus has been symbolically raised. Sophisticated Christian, they throw terms like this. I would like to know his definition of sophisticated Christian, and a bunch of fishermen and farmers and illiterate people who are living under the occupation of Roman. Response: the disciples would know that they have seen a spirit of Jesus and not just his physical body, and that's true. Visions of the dead could not by themselves have given rise to the belief that Jesus has been raised from the dead. The idea is that if you see a spirit of someone, most probably it means that he is dead. When in the book of Acts, when Peter came out of prison and he went to tell his friends, a servant opened the window of the door, and then she saw Peter. She saw his spirit, because she assumed that he is dead. And all of this, seeing the spirit of Jesus, the tomb is still the body is occupying the tomb at that time, and it will be a confirmation to them that yes, indeed, we saw his spirit but not resurrected body. And then they would not have to record verses about come touch me, give me some food to eat. They will record that they paid respect to his tomb, visiting him and so on. And their kerygma will say, his spirit appeared to us and instructed us to do this, or told us to do this. And that's not the case, really. So in short, this view has many gaps to be considered really a reason why the Christian faith is born and why the disciples went on to preach their message. Again, if the bodily appearances is the best hypothesis, it should be addressed as